At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. He's been broadcasting Gator sports for more than 30 years. He's seen it all and spoken with everyone. This is Sports Scene with Steve Russell.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency. And brought to you in part by Campus USA Credit Union, Fairlife Milk, Domino's Pizza, International Diamond Center, Meldon Law, Miapa Latin Cafe, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Quality Plumbing, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Titan MRI and Imaging, Gala Bank, the UF Bookstore, Sensei Asian Bistro, and the head beer coach 1966 Lager.
Now, here's the Dean of Gator Sports, Steve Russell.
Welcome into a Thursday edition of Sports Scene as you listen on WRUF. I'm Steve Russell. Time to eat some lunch and talk some sports. Tori's back today, producing. Tori, you get a break? I mean, well, yeah, one day. I mean, she works hard. Glad she's here. Because of circumstance. They do a press release or something. Due to circumstances beyond our control. Well, due to circumstances beyond my control, I really could not do a lot today. So I'm going to have to rely on you today for stuff to talk about. But there are a couple of things I will throw out there. The guest list today includes Bob Nightengale from USA Today, covers MLB. He'll kind of wrap up the trade deadline acquisitions and look ahead to the rest of the MLB regular season. The coach, Herm Edwards, will talk a little NFL training camp. And I'm going to put his coach's hat on and ask him exactly what training camp is for a veteran. In other words, you're going to be on the roster, and we'll talk to him about that. Also, Peter Burns from the SEC Network will come on and talk a little early SEC football. That's the guest list for today. Now, I want to tell you, we come to you live from the Southeast Car Agency studio. Don't forget, nearly 50 years in business. That's right, Southeast Car Agency. Go see him today, the Cousins family. Tell them Sports Scene sent you. And when you do, and you go there, you will see the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. Also, as always, Tori's here to take your stuff, right? You can send us questions, comments, and takes on our WRUF text line, 352-325-3777. If you have a Facebook Live question, Ruse Ogra State Farm will take care of that. Visit ograinsurance.com to learn about their 2 locations in Gainesville and Newberry. They are pros at what they do. And YouTube questions courtesy of Campus USA Credit Union, founded on the UF campus, serving our community for 90 years. Email, you know the email, srussell@wruf.com, courtesy of International Diamond Center, the official jeweler of the Florida Gators. You want a wedding band? You want just great jewelry, fine jewelry? Check out International Diamond Center. The phone line, You know the call, 392-8255. Titan MRI and Imaging sponsors our phone line. 3 locations in Gainesville, 1 in Lake City to serve you better. Go to TitanMRI.com, find out more. Our first hour sponsor, the good people at Quality Plumbing. Their name indeed does say it all, in business since 1984. When you need a quality plumber, call Quality Plumbing. And all of our guests, courtesy of Meldon Law, serving Gator Nation since 1971, Meldon Law won't back down. All right. I hope you'll chomp on this one today. Ryan McGee, I'm going to try to get him on the show tomorrow, has college football's 10 most hated villains. Now, your definition of villain might be different than my definition of villain, but Ryan has his top 10 list. Now, I don't want you to give me 10, but I do want you to think about this and tell me in your head who your top 2 or 3 villains, in quotation marks, would be. Number 10, and I don't know why, Caleb Williams. Do I remember people not liking him? I don't. Number 9, Deion Sanders. Right? And he's been kind of a villain when he was prime time at FSU and as a coach. Number 8 is going to blow you away. Again, McGee is talking, right? Top super college football's super villains of all time. Number 8, Tori, grab your chair. Tim Tebow. She just went, really? She just went, really? Yeah, Tim Tebow. Now, he admits he'd be the only guy on the list if you made a top 10 of all-time good guys, he'd be on that list too. But yeah, he has him on here. I don't know. I don't know. I guess because, you know, the faith stuff turns some people off. I don't know. But anyway, number 8. Number 7, ESPN as a villain. ESPN. And again, don't ask me. Number 6, Notre Dame. A lot of people don't like Golden Domers. They don't. As a kid, growing up in the Northeast, for me, it was, and as a Catholic, it was Penn State and Notre Dame. But I know they get preferential treatment, so people don't like it. Number 5, specifically, the 1990 Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, I get it. That they were an interesting bunch there. Number 4, Brian Bosworth, the Boz. Isn't it funny? Remember he wore the mohawk, right? The do-rag, all of that. He also, I forgot about this, he had a homemade T-shirt. And turned the NCAA into the acronym National Communists Against Athletes. So, anyway, number 3, Johnny Manziel. I get it. Show me the money, right? Yeah. And, you know, that's more in the Twitter era. I kind of get that. Number 2, you knew he'd be on this list. The Lane Train. Lane Kiffin. There's a lot of people that would say he'd be numero uno. But number one on the list, and I hope to get comment from him, Steve Spurrier. 2 Gators are in the most hated of Ryan McGee's college football list. And Spurrier is number 1. Yeah, crazy. And look, I think if you take, so I'll ask you and throw this out there, okay? Who would you rate as the top 2 or 3 most hated people in college football? Not today, I mean, historically. Look, I think if you took all those people, right, if it's your team, you love them. You don't think, I mean, again, Gator fans, after having little success, and here comes the ball coach who's trolling people, Free Shoes University, you can't spell citrus without UT, blah, blah, blah. Gator fans just reveled in that because they could never dish it out because they didn't have anything to back it up. He made them back it up. But number 1, I got to talk to the ball coach about that. Not that I think he'll care, because he won't. Here's some dishonorable mentions. Baker Mayfield. Diego Pavia. I can get that, especially when he pulled at the Heisman. That was stupid. The NCAA, they'd be in my top 10. Somebody in that list would go, and the NCAA would be in my top 10. Matter of fact, it'd be way up there. Hugh Freeze, Philip Fulmer, Ryan Leaf, Jameis Winston, and Maurice Claret. Wow. So I hope today you'll bite on this. But it's Steve Spurrier, number 1. I don't know. And then, again, you remember when Steve was at South Carolina and he took photos with 5 fingers? Why? Because they beat Clemson 5 years in a row. Again, if you're South Carolina, you are loving that. But to everybody else, you're trolling. Well, he trolled before it was popular. So anyway, if you have something you want to add to that, you can. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the first of our guests here today. Bob Nightengale, USA Today, will wrap up the MLB trade deadline, acquisitions, losses, whatever, as you listen to Sports Scene coming to you live from the Southeast Car Agency studio on WRUF.
The John Sumrall era begins this September, right here on WRUF.
Hey folks, it's Steve Russell from my friends at Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. They've been in business for over 45 years. That in itself says a whole lot. Take a look around you when you drive. Take a look at the car in front of you, alongside of you. There's a really good chance it'll have a Southeast Car Agency tag, just like my vehicle does, and many vehicles before that have as well. When you go see him in person, make sure and tell him Sports Scene sent you to the good people at Southeast Car Agency, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue, Gainesville.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Danny Werfel, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Sunday, August 23rd. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 1:17 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of Gator history.
P.F. Chang's Gainesville is serving up incredible lunch specials starting at just $11.99. So if you're in the mood for Asian fusion cuisine, stop in for lunch today. And don't miss happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. with $5.99 beers, $6.99 wines, and $8.99 cocktails. Make your next lunch or afternoon unwind unforgettable at P.F. Chang's Gainesville, your destination for lunch and happy hour.
It's lunchtime and nobody does lunch like Pomodoro Cafe. From Italian dishes to subs and salads, and favorites like their gamberi salento, shrimp, fresh tomatoes, and zucchini sauteed in garlic and oil with penne pasta and Romano cheese.
This is Steve Russell sharing with you one of my favorite lunch spots, Pomodoro Cafe, located in the Spring Hill Publix complex on 39th Avenue near I-75. Enjoy Pomodoro Cafe today.
And don't forget, they cater online at pomodorocafe.com.
Craving bold, authentic Cuban flavor? Head to Mi Apa Latin Cafe, where every bite brings the taste of Cuba straight to your table. From iconic Cuban sandwiches and fresh flaky empanadas to rich café con leche and perfectly sweet plantains. Every dish is made fresh daily for a true Latin experience. Proudly serving the community for over 23 years. And a proud supporter of the Florida Gators, Mi Apa now features 6 convenient locations ready to welcome you. Dine-in, drive-thru, to-go, or catering, Mi Apa is your choice for crowd-pleasing Cuban favorites. Mi Apa Latin Cafe, the best Cuban food north of Miami.
In a world of big banks, there's only one truly local choice in Gainesville, Gala Bank. Locally owned and operated, Gala Bank is built by people who live here, work here, and care about this community. With over 350 years of combined banking experience, you'll always get trusted guidance and personal service you can count on. And with convenient 7 to 7 hours, Monday through Saturday, banking works around your schedule, not the other way around. Local bank, local people. Gala Bank. Member FDIC.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You're listening to Sports Scene with Steve Russell, right here on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app.
You know, it's interesting to me. I mean, this music I grew up with, but I'm wondering what Tori thinks. Or, you know, like with some of our, she's going like, what the heck is this? But it's history, girl, right? Anyway, welcome back. Always a pleasure to talk MLB with Bob Nightengale, who covers Major League Baseball for USA Today. Bob, good to have you back. I guess in a general sense, going to wrap this up in a bow here. Who do you think did well at the trade deadline? Who did not?
Well, I mean, certainly the Dodgers are the easy choice, but Chicago Cubs did a great job getting the 2 starters, a reliever, outfielder. Padres picked up 2 starters. They were working on 2 starters for about a month and a half, just using bullpen games 3 times a week. So those 2 teams certainly jumped out. I love the fact the Red Sox were that aggressive in grabbing Adley Rutschman. Those ones at the top of my head. You know, obviously the Dodgers lead just because they got the main guy, Skubal.
A lot of Braves fans around here. A lot of people think the Braves didn't do enough. Do you agree with that?
Well, they're hoping for more, for sure. I mean, they tried to get Jacob deGrom. He didn't really want to waive his no-trade clause, or else I think he would have been traded. And they pushed heavy on San Francisco, trying to get them to trade Logan Webb, but just nothing doing. So, yeah, it's almost like Atlanta's like Milwaukee. It's like, you can second-guess all you want. At the end of the day, they get the last laugh. They're running high in the playoffs.
Speaking of Milwaukee, it's just what I read, that their farm system is loaded. They were a whisper away last year from making the World Series. They've got Mizorowski. why not go for it if you're Milwaukee, and let's go after Skubal. In the playoffs, you have Skubal and Mizorowski. That's pretty good. Why do you think Milwaukee didn't pull the trigger?
I think in the back of their mind, they didn't think it was a guarantee that they could knock off the Dodgers, even with Skubal. Remember now, I mean, Detroit had Skubal last year, and he pitched twice in the series, and they lost the series.
Yep.
Their offenses, they could use a big bat. So they made a big run. They did offer, 2 top 100 prospects. Just obviously, not enough. But they were in. I think they were disappointed that the Tigers just jumped at the Dodger offer without going back and forth, saying, "Wait a minute now, so see if you want to up your offer here."
All of a sudden, the Dodgers have become human. They've lost 7 in a row. Is this just a blip?
Yeah, it seems like they do this every single year, Steve. They always kind of mess around in August, September. What's wrong with the Dodgers? And when October rolls around, they're ready. So, I think it's just tough to push accelerating down the whole time when you got the division wrapped up, and they got to make sure they're one of the top 2 teams record-wise, just so they get that first round bye. But otherwise, there's kind of lack the motivation.
I didn't think the Red Sox would stay as hot as they are this long. Credit to them, and as you said, going out and getting Rushman, although the price was high. Are you sold on the Red Sox?
I am. I mean, they've been doing this for a long time now. I mean, you're talking about, 6 weeks. An all-time heater or, record-setting pace, what they're doing. And, they're just pitching so well, performing great, all around, but particularly the pitching staff. And now they got Rutschman. If he can just be healthy, I mean, he should be a huge upgrade, catching-wise. So, no, I think right now they're the team to beat in the American League.
Yeah, I just looked, and all of a sudden I see Sonny Gray's 14-2. That's crazy, and he's done a great job with the Red Sox. As a Mets guy, the Mets did what they had to do. They had to unload. And yet, they've got money to spend. If there is a season next year, isn't that roster going to be basically retooled?
It will be, but, they have money to spend. I mean, they didn't hire David Stearns to spend the money. If that was the case, they would have kept, Alonso and things like that. So they're trying to build a sustainable team, like Atlanta has done, like obviously like Milwaukee has done. He came from Milwaukee. So I don't expect them to go out and spend big-time money at all. I really don't. I think they're going to go more the cheaper route and just trying to get the right pieces and hope they can sustain it without just throwing the big money. They tried that when Steve Cohen came in, and it backfired.
Yeah, big time. Bob Nightengale joining us here, covering MLB for USA Today. Let me ask about the two Florida teams, Bob. The Marlins, who are, on the fringe of being a playoff team, didn't do a lot. Did that surprise you?
No, I think they just kind of say, you know what, we don't think we're not good enough to beat the Dodgers, beat Atlanta, beat Milwaukee, Philadelphia. So I think they took the realistic approach. So kind of semi-waving the white flag. I mean, Detroit's only 2.5, 3 games out of wild card.
Yeah.
And they just gave away their number 1 and 2 starters. Washington was there. They surrendered. So you see a lot more teams surrendering than in the past. I think just because the prices were so high, and you're going to make better off to sell because there's so many more buyers and sellers this year.
We are a Rays affiliate here, and because you cover MLB and you have for a long time, it's amazing to me what the Rays front office does, how astute they are in talent, and how they keep compiling talent. What's the secret sauce there? Why is Tampa Bay so good at that?
Yeah, they still, and they have, every talks about their analytic department, they got about as many scouts as there are in baseball. And they scout well, find guys that fit into their system. Schneider does an unbelievable job pitching-wise. Like you said, front office is brilliant. I mean, you can argue the three best front offices in baseball, are the Dodgers, Milwaukee, and Tampa. Tampa's the American League version of Milwaukee. Milwaukee's the National League version of Tampa. I can't imagine what those teams would do if they ever had money.
Yeah, no doubt. Last thing, I know nobody wants to talk about this. It's the elephant in the room, but it's just looking more and more like, there won't be a start of a season. Has anything changed between owners and players that would suggest anything different?
No, it really hasn't. I was up in Cooperstown. I saw Rob Manfred talking to Bruce Meyer for about 45 seconds, set up a future meeting. But, yeah, they always wait the last minute, and, we'll have a lockout. Nothing's going to happen before December 1st. And then, they'll negotiate into the spring. And then the big test is, okay, are the players willing to miss a first paycheck, second week of April? If they do and stay strong, then the owners blink. Does it take a second missed paycheck? So I think when you talk to both sides, realistically, not going to have spring training. It's going to cost a missed paycheck, and just see who blinks first.
Where can people see your work, Bob?
Yeah, just at usatoday.com, or I'll tweet out my stories at Bob Nightengale.
All right.
So, thanks, Steve. I
Always a
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
Bob. Thank you. Bob Nightengale, covering Major League Baseball for USA Today, does a good job of it, too. International Diamond Center email, Daryl, his two hated are Kiffin and Michael Irvin. I thought the belt antics on the sidelines were a joke by Irvin. Let's see here. James, some of his villains, Mickey Andrews, hitting to the echo of the whistle as Florida State's defensive coordinator. The school, USC. Player, Peter Warwick. Okay. How do you feel about corporate sponsorship of college football teams via uniform patches? And what company might Florida be considering? I have no idea. Look, it's the way it is, right? I don't have a problem with it personally. Now, if it's gaudy, if, here's orange and blue and then here's, Joe's sauce shop, I don't know how that looks, but, they're trying to find creative ways, James, to make money. And Frank, thank you for your email, for saying welcome back. And I appreciate that, and thanks for listening. He is a delivery driver, so appreciate it. Art says, do you think the quarterback competition will carry into week 2? Boy, that's a great question. I would hope not. Look, if I'm coaching, I mean, there's a cliche, well, I have 2 starting quarterbacks. No, you don't. You have 1. There's only one guy who can start, okay? So I would hope there isn't this lingering, controversy. What happens in week 1? Let's just say Philo's the starter. And in week 1, he struggles, and then, Jones comes in and lights it up. Then what? Well, you're going to have a conversation among the fan base, and Summerall is going to get asked that. What's the pace of Faulkner's offense? Are they quick, or do they drain the clock? Well, remember, part of that, Art, is based on the personnel. Look who the quarterback was last year for Georgia Tech, Haynes King. Not exactly a classic thrower, but gritty, good runner. I don't think they're an up-tempo offense, but they certainly are not slow either. But part of that, again, is dictated by what your quarterback does, what your other people around you will do, and we will see how that ends up. Next up, the coach, Herm Edwards, joins us here on Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Southeast Car Agency studio on WRUF.
The Tampa Bay Rays play here all summer long. WRUF.
Your heart health matters. That's why Titan MRI and Imaging and Gainesville Open MRI are offering a coronary calcium scan for just $99. This quick, painless CT scan takes about 15 minutes and can help identify calcified plaque in your heart's arteries, giving you valuable insight to your future heart attack risk. The results provide a calcium score that can help your doctor determine the best preventive care plan for you. Schedule your scan today at GainesvilleOpenMRI.com. Live longer, live healthier. Titan MRI and Imaging with 3 convenient locations in Gainesville and Lake City. Serving you better.
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here. I felt like family from the beginning. The value was extraordinary.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
At Celebration Point and online at shopidc.com.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Danny Warple, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Sunday, August 23rd. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 1:17 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of Gator history.
Gainesville, this celebration is for you. For 5 incredible years, you've made Spurrier's Gridiron Grill more than just a restaurant. You've made it a community. From brunches and birthdays to game day traditions, you've filled our tables with unforgettable memories. Join us Monday, August 17th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill as we celebrate our 5-year anniversary. A portion of the proceeds will benefit Ronald McDonald House Charities of North Central Florida. 5 years of memories. And the best is still to come. Learn more and get your tickets now at Spurriers.com.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
Foodies, this is not a drill. Sensei Asian Bistro is now open in Celebration Point, right next to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, and it's bringing bold Japanese French fusion flavors you won't find anywhere else. We're talking smoked New York strip, rich matcha curry, melt-in-your-mouth Chilean sea bass, and the fan-favorite Chunggang chili chicken. Feeling adventurous? Dive into fresh crudo oysters or treat yourself to A5 Wagyu tataki. Add in handcrafted cocktails, and you've got your next night out covered. Sensei Asian Bistro. Come hungry, leave impressed.
When the truth is found.
WRUF, where Gator Nation comes alive. 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. Thank you for listening, taking time out of your busy day to join us now. Joining us now on the Titan MRI and Imaging phone line is the coach, Herm Edwards. We'll talk a lot of the NFL. Herm, I got to tell you, all these years we've been doing this together, you've become a very popular guest, and I got like 3 email questions for you. So welcome in. Yeah, here we go.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rich in Land O'Lakes wants to know, it's a long email, but I'll shorten it. Baker Mayfield feels undervalued and disrespected at $30 million a year. Where are the playoff wins? Where are the championships? Never doubted his work ethic. Buccaneer management at fault too. They have no plan B. What about Vita Vea as he played his last game? Bucs fans frustrated with all the theatrics. What does Coach think of this?
Well, obviously, you talk about the NFC South. I mean, 8-9 won the division, right? I mean, you got 3 8-9 teams in the history of the National Football League. I can't remember when an 8-9 team actually won a division.
Yeah,
the Panthers were 8-9, the Bucs were 8-9, and the Falcons were 8-9. So I think Baker Mayfield. I think he has done an outstanding job of resurrecting his career. There's no doubt about that. And done a really marvelous job in Tampa. And look, I think if you're the Bucs, you're looking at your situation, and you're going, you know what? We were an 8-9 football team last year, and we were just okay. Now, look, I love Todd, but he knows these guys got to go, and so I think they're holding pat. They don't want to, they're not going to pay players a lot of money right now because if this thing if it goes south, and they are in the NFC South, they're going to probably make wholesale changes in Tampa.
BB says, can you ask Herm about his thoughts on the Saints? Can they make the playoffs?
If they get to 8-9, they'd have been tied for first. I don't know if they're a playoff team, but they're in a division where, when you think about it, it's a division where they can be competitive. I mean, the Saints. And I can remember in our day when I was playing, that was a place that when you were the coaches, especially the head coach, was scared to death to go play the Saints in New Orleans because of all the distractions when you got there. That's one of those, oops, guess what? We're down 14, guys. We're playing the Saints, I know, but we're down 14 because things can get away from you down there if you don't, huddle up your team correctly. I'll never forget that place because I actually lost a Super Bowl in that dome. So every time I go to New Orleans, I just kind of shake my head. But I think they're in a division where they can be competitive.
The other thing, let's see, Nick wants to know is, can you ask Coach, as a coach, what you tried to accomplish during training camp?
Well, obviously, it's all about really taking care of the players, to be quite honest. The veteran guys that have been, played in the league a while, you're going to make sure that they're, I got to say, you get them in shape. Most of these guys are in shape now, but you want to make sure you get them to opening day, right? Young players, you want to make sure that you see enough of them. You don't play as many preseason games as they used to, so you got to figure out, where they stand, as well as that. I said this, in the National Football League, if you're a fan, you might as well discount the first 4 games of the season. Be quite honest. Because when you think about it, these guys don't play in the preseason anymore. It takes them around a month for them to get ready in the regular season to figure out who they are as a football team. And so them first 4 games, to me, they count. The problem is they count, though. They count.
And I was going to ask.
They count. They count. But really, when you look at it, you really don't know. After that month, that first 4 regular season games, you go, okay, now I know what kind of team I got. And from there, I got to adjust.
And is that in part, Herm, because coaches are deathly afraid of, veterans being hurt in these preseason games?
No doubt about it. But guess what? They don't play preseason games.
Right.
I mean, listen, now, I'm the old man sitting in the chair, I know, and I'm the grumpy old man. You know the preseason games I played? 6.
Wow.
Think about that. We played 6 preseason games. Well, it was only 14 regular when I came to the league in 1977. Not 1957, but 1977. There was 6 preseason games. Only 14 regular season games. So you played in the preseason.
Wow. Okay, now, my questions. Thanks to all who emailed for Coach. When you look at where this league is, there's a couple of teams that really intrigue me. One is the Ravens. Harbaugh was really good there, but I guess, the time was just up and there's change there. I expect big things from them. I think they're going to be a really good team. Do you?
They better be, because all the pressure's on Lamar Jackson now.
Yeah.
This is Lamar Jackson's team. They got rid of an outstanding football coach. I mean, outstanding. And it was between him and Lamar. They kept Lamar. I get it. You got to keep the player. You got to keep the quarterback. But Lamar Jackson, you got to show up. This Baltimore Raven team better play good. It can't get off to a slow start like it did last year. And when you watch them play defense the first 4 games, you're going, who's wearing the Baltimore Ravens suits on defense? Because that ain't the Baltimore Ravens defense. When you watch them play the first month of football, they were terrible. So now, all of a sudden, they get a new coach. Lamar Jackson, it's still your team, Lamar. So guess what? You guys better play good.
I got to ask about my Jets after a disastrous year last year. Clean house, get a new coordinator in there. Seems to be better talent. But isn't there, I mean, you hate to say in year 2 of a coaching tenure that, you know, if things don't get better, he might not be around. But isn't that really the case?
It really is, you know, and Aaron played for me.
Yeah.
You know, they bring in Geno Smith now. You know that's his first team now. Hopefully, the ghosts of Geno Smith don't show back up in New York. Look, this offense was really bad. 140 yards per game passing. That's atrocious. They had a good draft, I thought. You know, they get the kid Cooper, the wide receiver. They got the tight end. You know, they got another corner. So I think that, look, they were 3-14. Can they win 8 games? I think if they do that, they're headed in the right direction. Yeah. I think it's, you know, it's a division where Miami's trying to figure out who they are. They got a new coach, right? We know the Patriots. You know, the Patriots are going to be the Patriots. I mean, they found a way. No one expected them to do what they did last year, and they found a way. And then my favorite player, the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. I can't. You know, I was looking at something because I'm going back in the studio next week, and I was studying, you know, Buffalo, and you know, and then I said, this guy, Josh Allen. Listen to what I'm going to tell you now. He's the youngest player in NFL history to score 300 touchdowns.
Wow.
Think about that. He's got over 300 touchdowns. He's the youngest guy in NFL history to do that. And he's a quarterback.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a heck of a stat.
Yeah, it is a heck of a stat.
Really good.
Last thing. I think Jacksonville has a chance to be really good.
They do.
Last year was a really good year for them, but and we're going to be a Jags affiliate this year. What do you think of Jacksonville?
Well, first of all, 2 things come to mind. Trevor Lawrence finally played like Trevor Lawrence, right? He played good. I mean, now can he do it 2 years in a row?
Right.
Hopefully he can do that. The next big question for me, what are they doing with Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Stop messing around with this guy. Stop messing around with him. You know, look, he took 324 snaps at wide receiver. He's not a wide receiver.
Right.
He's a corner. Play him at corner. Just put him at corner and forget about it. And then maybe give him a couple plays on offense like they used to with Dion. You could give him on some third downs or something. But he's a corner. Put him at corner and let him be a productive player and let him shut down one side of the field. But I think Jacksonville's got a really good football team. Now, look, they lost the running back a little bit. Lloyd, they lost, but I think they'll be fine. But to me, can the quarterback 2 years in a row play at that level he did last year? And if he does, they got a shot.
Okay.
But the Texans are still in that division last time I checked. They're pretty good too,
they
right?
Are, yes, they're very good. It'll be good to see you back in the studio next week, Herm. Always appreciate you as the season goes along. I'd love to have you back. Thanks for taking the time as always.
Will do, my friend. Thank you.
You got it, Herm. He's a great guy, and he knows his stuff. The coach, Herm Edwards, joining us here on Sports Scene. International Diamond Center email, Patrick, do you think both quarterbacks play in the 2 cupcake games, then name a starter for Auburn. Possible, yes. If they, again, Patrick, I don't know the answer. Here's my guess. If you're in camp and the competition is too close to call, then you let it play out, with the first couple of games. But then what happens if in those couple of games they're about even? Then what? Now you go to Auburn. You're going to play 2 quarterbacks again? So it's a slippery slope there, but they get paid way more than me, and they see them every day. But I think it's possible your scenario takes place. And then from our text line, Daniel, I believe the ball coach is the most hated. Georgia fans here say he's the only reason they hate Florida. Steve would run the score up. My thought is, score till you stop him. Well, again, when you have somebody that somebody hates, there's usually a group that loves you. And that certainly is the case with the head ball coach. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll open the phone lines up. Again, if you are just tuning in, I'll let you know about what that most hated in college football list. You're tuned to Sports Scene on WRUF.
The John Sumrall era begins this September. Catch every game right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. We are your home for Gator sports.
At International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange, you'll find transparent pricing, same-day evaluations, expert craftsmanship, and a team committed to treating every customer with honesty and respect. And you never know who you'll see shopping there. Music stars, sports stars, and savvy collectors all know where to go when they're searching for exceptional value and luxury timepieces. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or restoring a treasured piece, visit International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange on West University Avenue in Gainesville.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
At Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC, 2026 GMC Sierra $399 per month, 2026 Chevy Silverado $379 per month. Plus, get 0% financing for 60 months and no payments for 90 days on new Chevy Silverado. Come see us today at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC and GainesvilleChevyGMC.com. 36-month leases, $69.99 due at signing, plus tax, tag, title, and dock. All rebates and incentives to dealer may include loyalty, subject to lender approval. $16.66 per thousand financed at 0 APR for 60 months. Offers don't combine. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Concrete is tough, long-lasting, durable. And when it's done right, it's the foundation of everything that stands strong. At Silverback Concrete, we don't just pour concrete, we build trust one slab at a time. We're a family-led team of heavy concrete specialists who sweat every detail, from footers to elevated decks. We respect your budget, we build to last, and we care about the people on the job today and those who will walk these floors tomorrow. You stand on it, we stand by it. Silverback Concrete, we've got your back. Visit silverbackconcrete.co to get started.
For more than 50 years of quality service, Archer Electric Service Company has been Gainesville's choice for residential and commercial electrical work. Whether you need wiring, repairs, or backup generator installation, we treat every client like family with professional, clean, dependable service. Don't wait for the storm or the flicker to remind you. Visit ArcherElectricService.com today for a free consultation and see why we've been Gainesville and the surrounding area's most trusted electricians for decades.
Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a minor sprain and a significant issue. The team at UF Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide expert orthopedic care with locations in Gainesville and Ocala. for everything from walk-in treatments to specialized surgeries and complex cases. Choose the providers who care for Team USA. Visit ufhealth.org/ortho experts to learn more. Proud provider for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network.
Gator fans, remember this play? It's going to be gone! It's a touchdown! And the Gators have won the game! Tyreek Cleveland! Now imagine being in the swamp and listening to it live as it happened with no delay. Now you can. Beginning this football season, the WRUF mobile app offers real-time play-by-play. Open your WRUF mobile app and on the bottom right, click the football icon that says in-game. Hit play and you have live up-to-the-second play-by-play. Download the WRUF mobile app for free in your app store.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Increasing clouds this afternoon, high temperatures in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Feels like temperatures near 100. We'll see showers start off near the St. Johns River and the I-95 corridor, and they'll migrate inland and westward during the late afternoon and evening hours. Pockets of heavier rainfall rates will be possible. Mostly cloudy skies overnight, patchy fog in the morning, lows in the lower 70s. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Borowski.
The John Sumrall era begins this September. Catch every game right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. We are your home for Gator sports.
That was the last song that was recorded by Jim Morrison before he died at the age of 28. He recorded that and said, okay, guys, see you later. That was it. Really, 1971. And bad time. Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, him, bad time. But a great album, The Doors. Welcome back. All right. We will open the phone lines. We're going to have Peter Burns here at the bottom of the 1 o'clock hour. Tomorrow, if you are a PGA fan, you may remember the name Mark Calcavecchia. He was on the Pro Tour for years, Gator, and he's going to be here tomorrow. And I want Calc on tomorrow because, first of all, I haven't talked to him in a while. And secondly, his thoughts on where the game of golf is. In other words, hey, what do you think about LIV? You know, getting guys back from the LIV Tour if they want to come back to the PGA. You know, are guys hitting the ball too far now? So he'll be here tomorrow. And I will tell you that, you know, there's still, 30 days till football starts? So there's going to be this little lull period here that we're going to have. Gators soccer opens its regular season next week. So hopefully Nick will be here. He was here for the World Cup, but this time I want him here to preview his team. And again, look, I'm not going to say how good or bad somebody's going to be, but it impressed the hell out of me when a lot of his Mississippi State kids followed him here. That tells me something. So we'll see how they do. By the way, 5 with Gator ties: Sky Blakely, Dulcie Kaler, Jayla Hang, Simone Rose, Leanne Wong in the Valley of the Sun this weekend for the Xfinity U.S. Gymnastics Championships. So there you go. 21 gymnasts competing for national titles and spots on the U.S. senior national team in this weekend's competition. Yes, and I was going to say that. And Leanne Wong had to withdraw because of a knee injury. But still, it's good to see all the Gators who are in there. I mentioned yesterday about your thoughts about bringing the Gator Bait chant back. I'd gotten an email about that. Jay emailed later. Jay, I can't read the whole thing because it's long. But he basically said, if you know anything about, well, anyway, I can't go into that. He said, we examine words associated with racism. There are some words that have no practical use in modern society. When it's okay to reclaim everyday words for innocent usage that may have once had a negative connotation. who better than to reclaim those words than the originator of the chant, Florida native and outstanding black UF athlete Lawrence Wright. But thank you for the email and for the 2 cents all of you gave to that yesterday. All right, and then one more email here. Jim, a YouTube question or YouTube comment, and of course those are brought to you by Campus USA Credit Union. His top 3 villains would be 1, the NCAA. Number 2, Jim Harbaugh for sign stealing. Okay? And number 3, Lane Kiffin for what he did to Ole Miss and even back with Tennessee. I thought that was a fascinating list. And I'll give that again to you. If you missed it, I'm going to come up here at the top of the hour. So there you are. BB thinks Spurrier is number 1 on the list because he invented an offense that totally wrecked other teams' hopes and totally boat raced many. I love him and his frank attitude, loved every minute of it. Tim was much the same to other teams. They both wore black hats, sported handlebar mustaches, and tied their hopes and dreams to the train tracks and helplessly watched the Gator train run right over them. Yeah, I mean, I think there's something to that. When you have a rival who not only beats you, but also trolls you, there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. That's the frustrating part. There's nothing you can do about it. And that certainly rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. All right, I'll try to get this call in here real quick before we break for the top of the hour. It's good to be back, but again, we got a long way to go between now and the start of football season, but we'll do our best to make it interesting for you, and as always, I like hearing from you. All right, let's go now to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. That's where Joe is. Hi, Joe.
Thanks, Steve. Well, you never know what's going to get somebody to call you, but you brought up Jim Morrison in the doors, and that's why I called. I was living in Miami High School when he had that famous episode, you know, the live concert he had there.
Yep.
He got in trouble. I'm sure you're very familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, 12th grade or whatever. It's like, wow, I couldn't believe it. But like you, I like the Doors a lot. I didn't realize that Riders of the Storm was basically the last album or song that he did.
That's it.
But heck of a song, man. It's a great song, and I really like the Doors. I'm sad to see him pass away.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. By the way, this was just announced. Florida volleyball is going to open the season in primetime television on TNT. Spikes under the lights. I kind of like that. Yeah. It's an exhibition tournament. That's the one at AT&T Stadium. So there you go. 8 p.m. on TNT. Gators will play Nebraska in the first semifinal. The winner will face the winner of SMU and Penn State. That's going to be at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I'll get the result later. That's our first hour. Hour 2 of Sports Scene coming up. You're listening on WRUF.
Gator football returns September 5th, right here on WRUF.
Want to get your brand noticed? At Radware, we help you stand out with custom corporate apparel, branded uniforms, and promotional swag that gets attention. From trade shows to team uniforms, we've got you covered. Radware even works with major names like the University of Florida. Boost your brand visibility today. Visit radware.com. That's radware.com and let your brand shine.
If there's anybody that knows what teamwork and great leadership is all about, it's the head ball coach himself, Steve Spurrier. Sure, it applies to football and the team at Campus USA Credit Union.
Yeah, I think we got excellent leadership with Jerry Benton and his staff there, and certainly I'm proud to team up with those guys as we go from year to year.
Campus USA Credit Union can help with all your financial decisions. Join the team. Learn more at campuscu.com. Member NCUA.
Summer in Gainesville means sunshine, barbecues, and storm season right around the corner. Don't wait until disaster strikes to think about your roof. Whether it's your home or your business, Atlantic Roofing has you covered. From inspections to full replacements, their expert team handles both residential and commercial roofing, built to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Get ahead of the storm. Protect what matters most. Visit AtlanticRoofingFL.com today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing. Roofing you can trust, rain or shine.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Hi, I'm Kerry Meldon. At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up today.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select public supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
College football is about to kick off, and there's no better way to experience every touchdown, every big play, and every unforgettable rivalry than with a stunning new home theater system from Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, surveillance, and smart home solutions. Delivering the best products, the best service, and the best price. Don't just watch the game, live it at Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation and service. Visit electronicsworldfl.com for more. That's electronicsworldfl.com.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. He's been broadcasting Gator sports for more than 30 years. He's seen it all and spoken with everyone. This is Sports Scene with Steve Russell.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency. And brought to you in part by Campus USA Credit Union, Fairlife Milk, Domino's Pizza, International Diamond Center, Meldon Law, Miapa Latin Cafe, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Quality Plumbing, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Titan MRI and Imaging, Gala Bank, the UF Bookstore, Sensei Asian Bistro, and the head beer coach 1966 Lager.
Now, here's the Dean of Gator Sports, Steve Russell.
Welcome into Hour 2 of Sports Scene for this Thursday. Tori is making sure all the buttons are getting pushed right, and we thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us here. Many thanks to Quality Plumbing for sponsoring the first hour of the show. Sponsoring hour number 2, in part, Domino's Pizza. Perfect for lunch, dinner, or those late night cravings. Nobody delivers like Domino's. You can order now at GatorDomino's.com. As usual, we will open phone lines for you, emails, Facebook Live questions, YouTube questions, text questions, phone line. We got it all, okay? All we have to do is just hear from you. 392-8255, that's our Titan MRI and Imaging phone line. And the International Diamond Center email is srussell@wruf.com. Email from Richard. He said, after a hole-in-one I hear the 19th hole celebration is going to be costly. What was your bar bill? Did you have insurance? Did you break 80 or 90 for the full round? I thought I told this story, but maybe I didn't. So I'll quickly tell it, and I'm going to get Bernard here. Tori, are the rest of the phone lines? Okay, I thought it was just me. Okay. I did this I guess it was a couple of weeks ago now, over at Turkey Creek. And I was so stunned. I was playing with my buddy Tom that I did this, that I just I kept the scorecard, I kept the ball, and then went in the clubhouse, and Tom told the person there, oh, by the way, and she said, oh, congratulations, and we took a picture, and that was it. So, yeah, but, breaking 90 for me, I've done that twice in a row now. For me, that's a big deal. But it was fun. It was fun to do that. All right, let's get Bernard now. Bernard, hello.
Hey, Steve, going on your list there, I think Gator, if you're a fan, you love him, but I think both Spurrier and Tim could be polarized. Spurrier, the guy was known as the guy was always throwing his cap on the ground, his visor, and then the team was putting up 40 and 50, and Tim could be polarized different way. See, that was kind of like must-see TV. I know the CBS network or ESPN love having them because, people tune in and you either hate them or you love them. You want to see them win or you want to see them get run out the stadium. So I can, when you're a journalist neutral, you can, I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but I could see why they both would be on the list. Steve and the Buccaneers, I think, Coach Herm Edwards, man, he was spot on with the Bucs. I went over this with a friend of mine who's a Buc historian. The Bucs have a history of doing this, Steve. They hired Raheem Morris, fired him, hired Greg Schiano, then they brought in Lovie Smith, fired him, and brought in Dirk Carter, Bruce Arians, stabilized things, not terrible. Steve, in an NFL team, you win, you earn money, you make money every year. I think it may be, I don't know what, some subterfuge going on. Mike Evans left. The Bucs may be saying, hey, we might not be very good this year. We going to still make our money. Like Coach said, we'll get us a new coach, and then we'll get us maybe a quarterback through the draft, and we'll clean house and start over. I've seen this movie from the Bucs a number of years. So if it happens, tell Byron don't feel bad. I just think that's the thought process in the organization. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously, Mike Evans left, and he's a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. But look, I'm also a history guy. More times than not, probably, people that have been with a team for a long time don't stay with that team for their entire career. Right? Look at Joe Namath. Mm-hmm. Look at people like that. Johnny Unitas. Okay? They didn't stay with the Colts. They didn't stay with the Jets. So it's not terribly unusual when a really, Hall of Fame type player or a really good player bolts. And here's another thing. I think now in this case, you can make an argument the Bucs haven't put up the money. But I think there are also cases where the player has said, look, somebody else is offering me more money, so I'm going to go take that contract. And, if the idea is to make more money, I get it. So a team can't always, based on the cap, offer what somebody else is offering. But when you have Evans, when you have Vita Vea, when you have Baker Mayfield here, it does seem like it's a pattern.
Yeah, Steve, I just see that. Steve, really, I don't think there's at Florida. I don't think there's a quarterback controversy. Aaron Philo But Buster Faulkner came from Georgia Tech. Aaron Philo came from Georgia Tech. He didn't come to be the backup quarterback. He would really have to play his way out of that number one spot. I expect them to be the first quarterback on the field. I was going to say on the center, but they don't do that no more, shotgun. So I really don't think unless he plays, it would have to be some real big things would have to take place, Steve, in my opinion, for Philo not to be the starting quarterback, Steve.
I don't share that. And I'll tell you why I don't.
Why?
Does Philo have an innate advantage because he played in his system at Georgia Tech? Yes. He knows the system. Tramel Jones didn't. Okay? So, early on, okay, he's got an early advantage because of that. But I would certainly hope that Buster Faulkner or whoever, John Sumrall, would go into that camp and say, all the jobs are open. If you play better, if you perform better, you should start. So I would hope that would be the case. But I don't disagree with you in that, on paper, Philo has an early advantage because he's played in the system.
I like what you said. On September field, he's going to take the field plays. But like I said, we want the team to win. It could possibly be a point where, and Summerall has said, because you start the first game,
right,
does not mean you to start it throughout the season.
That's right.
Steve, I just say this because a guy called me, after I was on your show and said to me, look, this team is in Gainesville going through OTAs during the summer month. And Aaron Fowler is taking all the reps with the ones, and Tramel Jones is taking all the reps with the twos. And Tramel Jones called someone and said, look, they said it was open to competition, but that's not what happened. So I'm just saying that with the inside information I was provided. And I think Tramel Jones has surprised the staff because I think he's a lot better than what they thought. And I do think they can win with both players because I don't think there's too much difference between the two players.
All right.
And you take care and have a great day,
Yep,
okay?
Bernard, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, you better, yeah. International Diamond Center email, Peyton, an underlooked villain would be Deion Sanders in Colorado. He's on that list. Sports media seemed to hype Colorado like they were the next Notre Dame, even when they went 4-8. Some media said they should be put in a bowl game despite their record for ticket sales, like it's the WWE or something. No, I could certainly understand why Deion Sanders would make that list. And by the way, if you are just tuning in, ESPN put out a list, and it's a pretty interesting list in how they got to it. Ryan McGee did it. It's ranking college football's greatest supervillains of all time. Tim Tebow is on the list, and Steve Spurrier is numero uno. Yeah, and also on the list, if you missed it, Deion Sanders is on the list. Caleb Williams is on the list. I'm not sure why he is. Lane Kiffin, obviously, is on the list. You would certainly understand that. He's got Notre Dame on the list, the 1990 Miami Hurricanes, why he singles out, that team. Brian Bosworth is in the top 10. Manziel, those guys I think a lot of people could relate to as, being on a list like that. Let's see here. Nick with an email. He actually is asking a volleyball question. He said, do you think the volleyball team will be better in year 2 than they were in year 1? We'll see. Hopefully, again, we're going to get Coach here to talk about his team. They are playing a, very competitive schedule. And I do know this. I want to say there are 4 or 5 SEC teams that are ranked. Or maybe that's in soccer. Yeah, soccer. Vanderbilt is 5. Arkansas's 10. LSU 16. Georgia 19. Tennessee 24. So again, Florida's playing with 5 preseason ranked teams. Scott in California, congratulations to Coach Spurrier for topping the villains list, he says. He may be the number one villain, but he's our number one villain. Amen. I think Coach will be amused. I do too. I think he'll be really amused by that. His number one villain is Mickey Andrews. As I mentioned, coaching to the echo of the whistle. For those who don't know, he was FSU's longtime defensive coordinator when Spurrier was there, and he made the comment about, and Bowden made the comment about hitting, Danny Warfel, quarterbacks to the echo of the whistle. It was a green light for his players to hit opposing players late. Somebody could have been seriously hurt. Number 2 villain, Bobby Bowden, for looking the other way. He says 30 days till Gator football. Agreed. We'll take a break, come back. Time to hear from you. Bottom of the hour, Peter Burns from the SEC Network will join us to talk SEC football. You're listening to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Southeast Car Agency studio on WRUF.
Your home for the Tampa Bay Rays is WRUF.
Hey, it's Steve Russell for Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. Friends, they've been in business for 45-plus years, and the Cousins family has done just one thing, but man, they've done it right. They give you the best alternative you have to purchasing a new vehicle, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. I'm driving one right now, have been for a very long time. They've treated me right. They'll do the same thing for you. Go see them today, Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Danny Warfel, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Sunday, August 23rd. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 1:17 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of Gator history.
Hi, I'm Kerry Meldon. At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up today.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
If there's anybody that knows what teamwork and great leadership is all about, it's the head ball coach himself, Steve Spurrier. Sure, it applies to football and the team at Campus USA Credit Union.
Yeah, I think we got excellent leadership with Jerry Benton and his staff there, and certainly I'm proud to team up with those guys as we go from year to year.
Campus USA Credit Union can help with all your financial decisions. Join the team. Learn more at campuscu.com. Member NCUA.
At International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange, you'll find transparent pricing, same-day evaluations, expert craftsmanship, and a team committed to treating every customer with honesty and respect. And you never know who you'll see shopping there. Music stars, sports stars, and savvy collectors all know where to go when they're searching for exceptional value and luxury timepieces. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or restoring a treasured piece, visit International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange on West University Avenue in Gainesville.
Gainesville's best-kept secret is finally being revealed. Introducing Sensei Asian Bistro. Located in Celebration Point next to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Sensei delivers a one-of-a-kind Japanese-French fusion experience that's as refined as it is unforgettable. Indulge in signature dishes like our smoked New York strip, Chilean sea bass, matcha curry, or the crave-worthy Chunggang chili chicken. Pair it all with handcrafted cocktails, fresh crudo oysters, or our premium A5 Wagyu tataki. Sensei Asian Bistro. Make your reservation today.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, it's Kevin Winter. Join me in the Sports Lab today at 2 on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app. We are your home for Gator sports.
Well, you got to give me A for effort. I'm trying to milk from you who you think some villains might be. Yeah, a little bit. YouTube comment brought to you by Campus USA Credit Union. Greg, trolling on social media wasn't around when Coach Spurrier was here. That would have been interesting to say the least. Yes, no doubt. It would have been. But, you know, I guess we'll never know. Don't forget, Monday, Phil Steele is here. His magazine out, and he'll talk about some teams that he likes, and, of course, his thoughts on John Sumrall and the Gators. That'll be Monday on Sports Scene. Let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. Well, guess what? Rich is going to talk some villains and music. All right, Rich, what do you got?
Yeah, hey, Steve. First off, on the villain, what list would be complete without Brian Kelly on that list? Cincinnati, 2009, ranked 4th in the country, and he leaves them to go to Notre Dame because that was his dream job. Then he had some success there, and he decides, nope, it's not going to happen. Let me go to LSU and see what I can do there. And he pretty much didn't bring much to the table. So, you know, obviously I don't know the guy, but I think that's kind of says a lot about his character. Now, as far as, and by the way, what did you think of that? Because every time I think about that guy, that's the first thing I think of. With all the success, seems like a good, knowledgeable football coach and a good sales guy, but I thought that was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes exits are ugly, and they're not handled right. That certainly wasn't handled right. Even leaving Notre Dame wasn't particularly handled well either. So I hear you.
Yeah. All right. Let's touch on some. You guys have been playing some great music, man. And when you said that about Riders on the Storm, I didn't realize that. I'm like, boy, I'm thinking, what a great song. And then you said that, and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that. And there are certain groups when I hear them, or voices when you hear the vocalists, like Morrison, Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, Paul Houston, a.k.a. Bono, Ella Fitzgerald, certain voices out there that are just unique and some of the best ever. And it's just, and you guys, by the way, you guys just on your game. You're using Rush as your new joiner music. I mean, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Stepping it up.
I mean, again, I did an oldie show here for years and years and years, and I interviewed a ton of people. And I've always loved music, and I've always loved, it's fascinating, some of the stories that they would tell you about how a song was written or how it was produced or whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty special to me.
And also, you know, a lot of these guys, it's just the time. Probably that time is right now, too. A lot of drugs involved. But it's a lot of these drugs that affect their creativity. I think that played a lot into it. Also wanted to touch on, yesterday you brought it up, best analyst out there in college football. Mm-hmm. To me, best in college football or NFL is Charles Davis. And I just read that he is now the lead analyst on CBS. He took over for Gary Danielson. I think that's awesome. He's knowledgeable, well-spoken. He doesn't need to be the star of the show. He just wants to enhance the show. I think he's going to be fantastic, man. That's a great pick. Steve, have a great day.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, Charles Davis is really good on CBS. And it's interesting because he was at the NFL Network. And so, anyway, got a couple of more emails here until Peter Burns will join us. Victor, could that list include Bob Stoops. Why would you include? I'm trying to think why Bobby Stoops would be a villain. Maybe help me out, Victor. Maybe I'm missing something there about why he would be a villain. I don't know what criteria would be met there. Ted emails. I can't tell you how impressed I was with Florida's new pitching coach you had on yesterday. I was just listening, mesmerized at what he said. I really think he's a terrific hire for the Gators. What do you think? I do. Let me tell you what and look, there are, look, we're human, right? We are closer to some people than others. When Craig was here, when Brad was here, I coached Greg's son in football. Brad was great with me, close with him. And obviously those guys won a lot together. This staff right now, Slate's, and has, in my opinion, the potential to be the best staff Florida's had under Kevin O'Sullivan. The potential. Okay? I know Sully is excited about the additions. It doesn't mean also that the previous people did a bad job. But I think that it has the capability. And, Rich was very good to talk to yesterday. Tony, how about this? Anybody with the last name of Bowden is a villain to me. Okay. Mickey Andrews, known for having cash bounties for taking out quarterbacks. Greg Sankey's becoming a villain to me. He's ruining college sports, but as always, follow the money. He doesn't like Joe Tessitore. He says he sucks. Okay. Scott, he thinks a villain is Billy Napier. Yeah. Boy, you know what? He's got no shot. I mean, he did some good things here, but he'll never get credit for that. That's just, how that's going to work. He's got to call back, Tori, because I'm going to get Peter Burns here. So, Bill, you can call me back after we get Peter Burns. You're listening to Sports Scene as we're going to get Peter from the SEC Network to talk some early SEC football right here on WRUF.
The latest Gator sports news on the WRUF mobile app. Download for free in your app store.
Your heart health matters. That's why Titan MRI and Imaging and Gainesville Open MRI are offering a coronary calcium scan for just $99. This quick, painless CT scan takes about 15 minutes and can help identify calcified plaque in your heart's arteries, giving you valuable insight to your future heart attack risk. The results provide a calcium score that can help your doctor determine the best preventive care plan for you. Schedule your scan today at GainesvilleOpenMRI.com. Live longer, live healthier. Titan MRI and Imaging with 3 convenient locations in Gainesville and Lake City. Serving you better.
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here. I felt like family from the beginning. The value was extraordinary.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
At Celebration Point and online at shopidc.com.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
Ever dreamed of catching a touchdown pass from Tim Tebow or Danny Warfel? Or taking a handoff from the legendary Steve Spurrier? Then you need to join the Florida Legends Experience on Sunday, August 23rd. You'll receive a personal video of your touchdown and your football signed by the Gator Heisman winner. Enjoy an unforgettable day of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of the Isaiah 117 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of Gator history.
Summer in Gainesville means sunshine, barbecues, and storm season right around the corner. Don't wait until disaster strikes to think about your roof. Whether it's your home or your business, Atlantic Roofing has you covered. From inspections to full replacements, their expert team handles both residential and commercial roofing, built to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Get ahead of the storm. Protect what matters most. Visit AtlanticRoofingFL.com today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing. Roofing you can trust, rain or shine.
Craving bold, authentic Cuban flavor? Head to Mi Apa Latin Cafe, where every bite brings the taste of Cuba straight to your table. From iconic Cuban sandwiches and fresh flaky empanadas to rich café con leche and perfectly sweet plantains. Every dish is made fresh daily for a true Latin experience. Proudly serving the community for over 23 years. And a proud supporter of the Florida Gators, Mi Apa now features 6 convenient locations ready to welcome you. Dine-in, drive-thru, to-go, or catering, Mi Apa is your choice for crowd-pleasing Cuban favorites. Mi Apa Latin Cafe, the best Cuban food north of Miami.
You know you're doing something right when your customers tell their friends and neighbors about you. That's why Ruse Ogre State Farm is proud to announce the opening of their second location, 25527 West Newberry Road in Newberry. From auto and home insurance to life insurance and more, if you're in Gainesville, Ruse can help you. And now if you're in Newberry, Ruse can help you. Ruse and his team thanks you for your trust, your referrals, and your support. Visit either of their 2 locations or call to get your personalized quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Jeff Cardozo. Today at 4, tune in for the tailgate right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. Your home for Gator Sports.
Yeah, we're walking on the wild side. Lou Reed. Wow. Good stuff. Welcome back. Look, we're a month away from the start of the college football season, give or take, so it's certainly talking season. But heck, we got to do something. And who better to talk to about SEC football than Peter Burns from the SEC Network, who joins us live here now on Sports Scene. Peter, good to have you. Thanks for taking the time.
I mean, you kind of lied, though. I mean, who better to talk to? I mean, Doring is probably the smartest person. I don't like to give him credit for that. But I try to stay in his general neighborhood or vicinity, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, CD's my bud. I've known him since he was in high school. But, yeah. Look, I want to get your thoughts. What went through your mind when Sumrall was hired at Florida? What was your thought?
That on paper I got it, but I didn't know who he was, right, until really whenever it kind of settled in, and I heard from I'm born and raised in Baton Rouge and lived in Louisiana a lot of my life, and the amount of people that reached out that from the Tulane world, from New Orleans or just in Louisiana, they were like, y'all got Florida got a dude, right, and I'm like, all right, I hear that. But, we had an opportunity and a really unique deal with Regions Bank, a partnership we had. We did a podcast with Coach Sumrall. We went to his house, and he told an unbelievable story about, hey, when he first got the invite to come on in kind of the Zoom invite for the first interview, his wife had asked him, like, hey, what do you think? And he's like, listen, they just hired a group of 5 coach from the state of Louisiana. More than likely, they're not going to hire a group of 5 coach from the state of Louisiana. And, I thought that was a really eye-opening part about how he went into the process and how it naturally both parties, Sumrall and Florida, kind of found each other in a match that appears to be really cut out and made in heaven.
You look at the league this year, and as always, it's good. I don't know. Usually, Peter, there's a coach or 2 or 3 that are on the hot seat. I mean, maybe you can look at South Carolina there, but there doesn't seem to be as many on that hot seat. Do you agree with that? Well, I mean,
South Carolina is really kind of the only one outside of unforeseen circumstances. I mean, you look at the four brand new coaches, including with Coach Sumrall. that have come in. You look at Pete Golding and Lane Kiffin, both of them got brand new deals at the schools that they're out. A lot of people have gotten contract extensions, so there's not this quote-unquote proverbial hot seat. And it's probably good because, as you know, this is going into a 9-game conference schedule where it's arguably never been tougher in the SEC. You're going to be paired up with one extra conference game, but just because of the amount of parity in the league, everybody has good rosters. Like you and I used to be able to do this, and me and CD would be on network 7 years ago, and we could kind of tell you, hey, whose roster was great and whose roster, not good.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do that now. Like we joked around in Tampa last week at SEC Media Days that this felt as naked as we've ever felt going into a football season because every roster's got at least 40 new faces on it.
Yeah, it's incredible. Your thoughts on this Save America Act or whatever it is? It might get voted on. I get the fact they're trying to do something to remedy problems. But what are your thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think at some point people just want to know what rules are we playing by? And it does not appear that there's any rules right now. And I think that's the frustration amongst the coaches and the athletic departments and the conferences right now going, we're okay with abiding by rules, but everyone's doing it differently. Everyone's doing it state to state. And now if you don't get what you like, you just end up suing. So how do you ever sit there and actually enforce the rules? And I think that's what everyone wants right now. And I think even fans want it right now. I don't think fans mind the players getting an opportunity to cash in on their name, image, and likeness. But what they don't like is saying, hey, man, I love this kid. He's wearing, orange and blue for the Gators, and then next year he's playing for somewhere else. Like, that feels too transactional. And so, we want to have at least a little bit of an opportunity to get to know these players, the coaches to coach them pretty hard, and then kind of develop players as opposed to just seeing them kind of one-and-done free agents every single year.
Are you in the corner of 24 teams for the playoff?
I want to throw up in my mouth even when you say it out loud, right? I mean, I think what's always made college football special is that, any given Saturday, your season could be over, okay? And that's changed a little bit as we've gone to a 4-game playoff and now a 12-game playoff. But, when we go to if and when, and I think it's more than likely when, we go to a 24-team playoff, it feels like an NFL Sunday where, hey, you lose a couple games, season's not over. I'm like, I don't want that. I want excellence in college football on Saturdays. I don't want a 10-6 or 10-7 now with 17 games in the NFL team making the playoffs. That feels like you're just above average, and college football was always kind of like the best of the best. So, fingers crossed it stays at 12 for a couple more years. Like, let's figure out if this works before we're already trying to expand it to 24.
Peter Burns joining us here, SEC Network. We're talking early college football / SEC football. I'm a little sad, Peter, if conference championship games go away. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, again, ask CD. I've gone back and forth on how I feel about it, depending on how you handle that weekend. And he's like, man, you don't understand what it's like to play in that. And when I hear from the coaches, it means something to them that they can go back and look at that. And that weekend's so special. So that's one of the things, and I think everybody understands that. If we go to a 24 game or a 24-team playoff, conference championship games go away. But on the same part of it, I have to zoom out and go, well, all right, well, is it fair that A&M lost to Texas late into the season last year? So they did not play in the conference championship game. So now they get a home playoff game, right? Yeah. Tell me how that works by losing a game benefits them a huge financial windfall at home for, now obviously they lost that game to Miami, but still it makes no sense. If you're in the college football playoff, every single team, if the Florida Gators make the college football playoff under John Summerall, it's an absolute crime if you can't have a college football game in the swamp. If you're one of the better seeds in the tournament.
Yeah. Let me also ask this. I understand that 2 years is not a big sample size, but when we're talking about all these teams in a playoff, Well, some teams are going to get byes. And the last 2 years off of a bye, ask Georgia, right? Teams are 1-7 in the playoff coming off a bye. Isn't that a consideration here?
No, there's no doubt. And I mean, I think that's part of the issue with the calendar for many different reasons. Is like, wait a minute. I mean, remember we always used to complain about the BCS days where, hey, you'd play a football game and then you'd have to wait 51 days until you play one football game. What the hell is that? I mean, that's not finding a champion. That's just putting on a glorified television product. So, that's what I do like about the college football playoff is, hey, let's have the end of the season. Let's get done. And then all of a sudden, then you spin it forward and go straight into a playoff where teams have momentum. But anytime my goodness, if I don't do a show for like 3 days in a row, I lose momentum. I can't imagine what it's like to be a football team that all of a sudden you're playing your quote unquote week 0 college football playoff game or week 1 where someone's already had a college football game underneath their belt, and that's why the record's the way it is.
Yeah. I guess we will end up seeing where this goes. Last thing. This will never happen, Peter, but I don't believe colleges are willing to say, you have the same money as I do to deal with. I think a way to fix this is go to the NFL model, where same money, it's all how you dole it out. It's all who you sign, how successful are they, period. I like that idea, and I think collectively bargaining is not a bad thing either. Do you like that?
Well, I don't mind it. The problem is let's spin it to the other side right now.
Okay.
What's the advantage for a student athlete right now to want to collective bargain?
True. I agree with that.
I don't know. Like why would they come to the table when there's not an affiliate, there's not an association that does it, but why would you come to the table and limit what you're doing? Right now they have the best of every world. They're getting, great training, great coaching. They're living in great facilities. They get a scholarship. They get their books paid for. They got tuition. They got tutors, all of that, and they can cash in on money right now. So why on earth would an athlete ever do that? So I almost think that time has come and passed. Everybody looks at collective bargaining going, oh, well, we need to do it. Well, we should have done it 20 years ago. And if you're not going to do it now, how in the world are you going to get an athlete to put the genie back into the bottle? I don't think that's going to happen.
I think people know, but where can people see you?
Well, they'll see me tonight with Matt Stinchcomb over on SEC Network. And again, at Peter Burns ESPN on social media. And again, I want you guys too, if you're a Florida fan, and I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but Doring and I got a chance to sit with John Summerall and over at his house, and it's really cool. It's going to be available on YouTube, on the Regions Bank YouTube page, and over on the ESPN app on demand. Really, it really kind of cuts through over why he won over Danny Werfel and Scott Strickland when he got hired in that interview process.
Does he have a pretty good shack over there?
Oh, my gosh. He was just – the moment we come in, we don't even have the cameras rolling. He's like, Chris, PB, come over here. This is where I'm going to put the weight room. And, look at it. Do you need a coffee? You good? Come check this. He walks in a room like an alpha. And that's – honestly, I will tell you this. There's people in the state of Louisiana that look at this and go, if John Summerall had the keys to LSU, my goodness, what could happen? So we can't wait to see what it's like over the next couple of years.
Yeah. Great stuff. Thank you, Peter. We'll get you back as the season rolls along. Appreciate you.
Anytime.
Thank you. Yep. Peter Burns. How about that? In the Summerall house, in the casa. That's pretty good. Got a text line here from Dustin. Your thoughts on Cags this season? Excited to see him tonight on ESPN. He's having a good year. He's hitting in the 250s, which nowadays ain't bad. He went through a bad slump. He was like 0 for 28 at one point. But he's having a better year on a bad team, too. Who in that lineup? He's being pitched around, right? Because that lineup is terrible. So considering all of that, he's done pretty well. Greg says he's always considered Vince Dooley as a villain. Says he just looked mean. Tomorrow, again, we're in the time of the year that we're in. Fansided. Ever heard of that? They put out the 25 greatest NFL Hall of Famers of all time. The best of the best. So if I said to you, give me the top 3 or 4 NFL Hall of Famers, who would they be? I'm going to ponder that today, and maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay? So just be thinking of that as we go along here. Quick email from Andrew. Oh boy, Andrew, this is long. He's basically asking. Oh, by the way, I'm hopeful. I don't know what triggered one to the other. Hopefully, Tim Walton's here next week. Why I'm doing that? Again, the portal's done. What's his roster? I want him to talk about who he's got, who's back, who's new as a new season starts, and hopefully Kevin O'Sullivan will join us too next week to discuss the same thing. So we're trying to fill this breach here until we start seeing games. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Got a final segment. You can call, email, whatever you want to do as you listen to Sports Scene coming to you live from the Southeast Cardinal studio on WRUF.
The biggest names in Gator Nation appear
Sometimes
here.
it can be hard to tell the difference between a minor sprain and a significant issue. The team at UF Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide expert orthopedic care with locations in Gainesville and Ocala for everything from walk-in treatments to specialized surgeries and complex cases. Choose the providers who care for Team USA. Visit ufhealth.org/orthoexperts to learn more. Proud provider for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
At Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC, 2026 GMC Sierra $399 per month, 2026 Chevy Silverado $379 per month. Plus get 0% financing for 60 months and no payments for 90 days on new Chevy Silverado. Come see us today at Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC and GainesvilleChevyGMC.com. 36-month leases, $69.99 due at signing, plus tax, tag, title, and dock. All rebates and incentives to dealer. May include loyalty, subject to lender approval. $16.66 per thousand financed at 0 APR for 60 months. Offers don't combine. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
College football is about to kick off, and there's no better way to experience every touchdown, every big play, and every unforgettable rivalry than with a stunning new home theater system from Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, surveillance, and smart home solutions, delivering the best products, the best service, and the best price. Don't just watch the game, live it at Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation and service. Visit electronicsworldfl.com for more. That's electronicsworldfl.com.
Hey Gainesville, tired of big banks that don't know your name? Meet Galabank. Locally owned, locally operated. With over 350 years of combined experience, we're here to help our neighbors, not just customers. No call centers, no appointments necessary, no sign-in sheets, and anyone can cash a check on us. No extra charge. Local bank, local people. Galabank. Find us at 7515 West University Avenue off Tower Road. Galabank. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect stay in Gainesville? Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center is just steps from the Swamp, the closest hotel to UF. With 6 stylish floors of brand new everything, we've been completely renovated and fully remodeled for your comfort. Enjoy the best guest services in town, competitive rates, and a location you just can't beat. And don't forget about our rooftop pool. Whether it's game day, graduation, or a Gator getaway, make your stay extraordinary at Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center. Visit us online today for details and booking.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are coming to WRUF.
Good! The Jaguars have won it! The Jaguars have won it! They have come back from 27-0 to win the game! The Jags are going to run it into the end zone! Josh Allen scores a touchdown! Josh Allen is running back for a touchdown for Jacksonville!
Your new home for the Jacksonville Jaguars. WRUF. From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Increasing clouds this afternoon, high temperatures in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Feels like temperatures near 100. We'll see showers start off near the St. Johns River and the I-95 corridor, and they'll migrate inland and westward during the late afternoon and evening hours. Pockets of heavier rainfall rates will be possible. Mostly cloudy skies overnight, patchy fog in the morning, lows in the lower 70s. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Borowski.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Zach Albuquerque. Weekdays at 4, right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app.
All right, we are just about through with today. Don't forget, Kevin Winter in the Sports Lab coming up next. Do not move your radio dial. Let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. By the way, many thanks to Domino's for sponsoring our 2 of Sports Scene. That is where Bill is. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Steve. Just a question for you, and then talk a little bit of music. I heard it made mention this morning that Dan Mullen could be being considered for the FSU job, possibly after their coach gets canned this year, which kind of is expected. What's your thoughts on him taking that job and their success rate with him?
Well, I mean, I've not seen that. And I think Mike Norvell probably isn't a fan of that. He hasn't even coached a game this year yet. But, no, I think Dan would fit very well there. But here's the other thing. Does Dan want to get back into the, rat race, if you will, of, major conference football? He has a chance where he's at to be in the playoff, as a group of 5 team, a group of 4 team. So, that would be the first thing. Does he? And then, with FSU's supposed money issues, that's got to be a factor too if you want to compete.
Yeah, I was thinking, with their situation over there, once again this year, it doesn't look like they're recruiting red hot. It looks, in my opinion, it kind of looks like they're saving their money and have been for probably the last 2 years. And it looks like they're just kind of holding back a little bit until they can shuffle Norvell probably out, if he, puts in a bad year this year naturally.
Well, they got a pretty good pitch and catch combination there, but I think their Achilles heel has been the offensive line, and from what I'm told, I don't think there'll be a lot of improvement there, but we'll see.
I think he could do really well. I mean, he can call the plays. Nobody's business.
No question.
And, kind of his only shortcoming here was just all around like recruiting and that sort of thing. But if he gets the right defensive coordinator there, and he gets, the recruiting kind of takes care of itself now with the, current systems that are in place. So, I think he could be a nightmare over there, to be honest with you.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, before I get off the line, one song request for you to add into your lineup, if you would.
A what?
I said one. You taking like requests for songs and stuff over the summertime?
No, but what was your suggestion?
I remember you were begging for rain, and you were like sending some of your rain songs and whatnot over the summer while we were in the middle of a drought.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Is Phil Collins, Let It Rain Down on Me.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Bill.
There you go.
Thank you. Well, guess what? The rain songs worked. It's raining like hell now, and we certainly need it. All right, text line here. Villain. And games lasting 4 hours because of commercials. Okay. Targeting call. Nobody has any idea what it technically is. And getting suspended for the next game is too much. Night games for games against weak opponents. Just do noon. Who was that from, Tori? No name? I wish there was a name there, because those are pretty interesting things there. And look, I'm just going to tell you this, whoever this is. I would rather go to a day game because I can watch football at night. Okay? Yeah, Tori's going, no. Well, what do you mean? You're shaking your head, no. For me? Well, yeah, okay. I get that. I'm just saying from a time standpoint, right? I'd rather go to a game, get it over with, and go home and watch football. But I'm in the press box, which is still warm, but it's not in the sun. So I get it. But look, for whoever wrote that, television just rules the roost. They tell you when you're going to play. And for the amount of money that is poured into programs because of that, while it may not be, the best thing necessarily, it is, it's there. By the way, tonight, Jags HQ from 6 to 7. JP Shadrick, joined by Jags radio analyst Jeff Lageman and general manager James Gladstone and executive vice president, Hall of Famer Tony Baselli. That's followed by the Chuck Oliver Show from 7 to 8. Then it's back. The NFL Hall of Fame game, Carolina, Arizona. That's all coming up tonight. In the meantime, we're out. Thanks to Tori for producing. In is Kevin and the Sports Lab, so stay here. I'll see you tomorrow for an FRIDAY edition of the show. Until then, see you later.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator Sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida Bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida Bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
It's lunchtime and nobody does lunch like Pomodoro Cafe. From Italian dishes to subs and salads, and favorites like their meatball sub with fries or onion rings, topped with the house sauce and lots of melted mozzarella.
This is Steve Russell sharing with you one of my favorite lunch spots, Pomodoro Cafe, located in the Spring Hill Publix complex on 39th Avenue near I-75. Enjoy Pomodoro Cafe today.
And don't forget, they cater online at pomodorocafe.com.
In the mood for a delicious Asian fusion cuisine for lunch? Then head to P.F. Chang's in Gainesville. They have lunch specials starting at just $11.99. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Enjoy $5.99 beers, $6.99 wines, and $8.99 cocktails. Wednesdays are girls' night with half-price wine and champagne bottles. And any day, anytime, sip house and lucky cocktails for $8.99. Celebrate every meal at P.F. Chang's Gainesville, your destination for lunch, drinks, and fun.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parrish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select public supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
You know you're doing something right when your customers tell their friends and neighbors about you. That's why Ruse Ogre State Farm is proud to announce the opening of their second location, 25527 West Newberry Road in Newberry. From auto and home insurance to life insurance and more, if you're in Gainesville, Ruse can help you. And now if you're in Newberry, Ruse can help you. Ruse and his team thanks you for your trust, your referrals, and your support. Visit either of their 2 locations or call to get your personalized quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Every loan, every savings account, every family, every business. Together, you've helped Radiant Credit Union reach $1 billion in assets. That's something worth celebrating. Join us during our Thanks a Billion celebration all August long for daily prizes and special loan offers on auto loans, personal loans, and adventure vehicle loans. Thank you for making this milestone possible. Come celebrate with us at any Radiant location or visit radiantcu.org for more info. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app.